Hunter saves it. Hunter Hughes is coming around. Here comes Colton Garner. It's Hunter Hughes!
Turn 4 for the final time. Who's got more ponies? Checkered flag out. Bluegrass 150 goes to Ian Miller.
And welcome back to the Daily Driven Podcast, guys. As always, I'm your host, Nick Zammit.
Good, get the name out there. It's like, hey, Joseph Newgarden, you're the guy with the sperm commercial. Yeah.
In Indiana, racing isn't just a pastime, it's in the DNA. From the bricks of Indy to the pixels of iRacing, generations have kept the tradition alive, chasing with speed, precision, and pride. Tonight, that same Hoosier spirit takes the green flag once again. Where strategy meets split-second instinct, where rivalries are born and champions are made. Every corner, every draft, every heartbeat matters. All chasing one goal, to drink the virtual milk and etch their name in Hoosier history. And the Hoosier 250 is coming up next.
And after 10 rounds of wheel-to-wheel racing, of unending action, it all comes down to the heart of the Indy Racing World Series and the crown jewel that brings every single season to a close. This is the Hoosier 250. And here's how they will line up, with Matthew Faust, your reigning champion, on the pole, as he will try and go out with a victory. He's alongside Jacob Barker, stepping over from the Xfinity cars to try and get victory as well. Eric Richardson trying to make it 2 in a row for FR Racing alongside John Miles. Colton Gardner with JP Jones. Then it's DJ Fluck with Bill Molefield. Looking further back, Eduardo Martinez, Derek Booker, Dawson Buchanan, Tyler Lugo-Vickery, Bill Coley II, and Jax Malin rounding out your field of 14. Jackson Lambros with you here in the broadcast booth. So excited to be bringing you 100 laps here from the Brickyard, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Let's take a look very quickly at the track that gave birth to this legendary form of racing. Hard to add on anything that's really already been said about the place. 2.5 miles, only 2-degree bankings here. Or excuse me, 9.2 degree banking. First opened in 1909. Evolved into 8th running of the Indianapolis. Soon to be 109. Existence should be about a 3-stopper here with fuel lasting us. Qualified for 2. And we will have 1 green-white checkered. Only 1 in the field has 1. Previously, Dawson Buchanan. And he will try to run it back. 100 laps on the board. Half distance that the field of 33 do in real life. But one thing is for certain. This is, and always will be, the greatest spectacle in sim racing. We're green for the Hoosier 250. And Matthew Faust fires out like a cannon. Jacob Barker slots in second. Eric Richardson in third. They battle further back with Colton Gardner on the inside. Immediately swings it high. And already a potential change for the lead. Barker tries the outside. Richardson gives chase. move stick. Can Richardson go with him? Still too wide. As Barker now, everybody in the running here. Pretty much that moves. And now here comes Derek Booker with a big look to the inside of JP Jones. It's turned into turn number 4, and that will be our first caution. Broken corner there. Faust. Faust. Who has the lead. Jacob Barker gets promoted to second as a result. And JP Jones. It's been 2 wins here. For Derek Booker. Continues to go in and out, but I suppose when it comes to this level of superstition, the level of prestige of this race, maybe you just throw that number stuff out the window. Because he is not hesitated in getting back in that Mach 5 machine. Right in that Mach 5 machine. Right about now. We are not Xfinity, and we are not IndyCar in 2011, so we will do the single file starts. Big opportunity to reshuffle. The order is right here. And Faust going to bring us back to green. And Tyler Lugo-Vickery enters the fray as well. 6 laps down, able to reconnect. Early breakaway here for Matthew Faust as JP Jones finds draft. Barker looking up top, trying to walk the tightrope into turn number 3. This is where we saw the chaos begin earlier to bring out our last caution. Further back, Colton Garner goes at it with JP Jones. That's the battle for third. And now Eduardo Martinez battling with Jax Malin. You saw that flick to the inside to try and defend, force the wide line. We've seen these levels of comeback drives from Jax Malin, and the guy that started in the back of the pack, trying to move his way forward just like if we saw him in a cup car. And here comes Martinez now with a look to the inside. We'll get the nose ahead of Gardner, fully clearing him. Martinez not just surviving, but thriving in the top 5. Now further back, Derek Booker in the Mach 5 trying to make moves. John Miles, Bill Molefield in front. Big lockup further back. Tyler Lugo-Vickery you saw trying to get into the pits. As now all the way down to the yellow line. Potentially moves, but now we see maybe a move for the lead. It's Jacob Barker. Puts the pressure early on Faust. Wasn't able to make the lead stick earlier on. He wants it right back. Down to the inside, and now Faust tasting exhaust for the first time today with JP Jones in what looks like the GoDaddy car giving chase. You can see this classic drafting pack of everybody going down low to the pit attenuator, trying to break the draft with everybody going. Martinez still holding the inside. Colton Gardner trying to make it around the outside. Jax Malin trying to make it 3 abreast. But Malin has a little bit of help from Gardner out in front. not enough momentum for Malin. Gets a little bit of the side draft. There's contact. Malin goes around. Martinez flies. Oh my goodness. Martinez almost ballparks it. And that will bring out our second caution. And the boulder goes back to the bottom of the hill. For Jax Malin, what started as an attempt of a side draft was just a little bit too close. As I try and find the camera here for Malin. Here we go. Just a little bit of contact there hooks him, and Martinez just able to, cartwheel through the field. And unfortunately, the comeback drive for Jax Malin has a fork stuck in it once again as he tries to limp that thing back. There might be significant damage to that Zen machine in what definitely looks like some kind of... Looks like maybe the back left corner was injured there. As we see, yes, you can see the problems there with how much that back left Firestone is off kilter. As he's just trying to keep it idled right now, getting back into the pits. A couple more takers to the pits this time by. As pretty much everybody actually coming into the pits. That exception being, I believe, Eric Richardson. So everybody coming in. Matthew Faust having a little bit of advantage here, being in the furthest forward box. Not having to turn out of the way, but Derek Booker having a quick stop. And Matthew Faust, with quick work from the 45 crew, is able to be the first one out. Derek Booker getting some big positions gained as well. Where is John Miles? He's lost this spot to Colton Gardner in the pits. JP Jones, unfortunately, turning into a very big loser in these conditions. Tyler Lugo-Vickery coming back in, and I think Dawson Buchanan at this point has indeed just thrown in the towel. So lights are still on in the safety car, so we will try and grab a driver, if briefly, for our pit boss in race update. I'm liking our race leader, Eric Richardson here. Let's go. Eric, it's Jackson Lambros in the for the pit boss in race update. Can you hear me?
Hey, how's it going?
Having the time of my life. Hey, you're at the front of this field, going a little bit off kilter with the strategy here. Talk to me about the mindset behind that.
Yeah, hopefully kind of get settled in here, go for a long run, get a pit cycle, and we'll see how things kind of shake out here.
The winningest driver, one of the winningest drivers in Indy Racing World Series history. What's it going to take for you to try and get the big one tonight and make it 2 in a row for FR?
I think we just got to keep it clean and just put some laps in right here for a while.
Sounds like a plan. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Eric Richardson as ever behind the wheel of the number 15, and again, trying to make it 2 in a row here for FR Racing. After DJ Fluck won the Hawkeye 100, and boy, I really wish I had the I really wish I had the photo that DJ sent a couple days ago of him pouring Miller Lite in his stadium scene shirt in his backyard. But a popular win in the paddock, and I mean the guy that's writing my paycheck, so always cool to see him not just on the podium, but in victory lane. You see him just further back there in the car, I'm now realizing was originally a Jepson's Malore one-off, which we need to talk about that, of how he's able to actually consume that. But the now Rogue Energy and Simply Safe machine, fellow FR Racing stable, car of Eric Richardson, leading us to green on lap number 15. Not a lot of tussles further back. JP Jones, Edward Martinez, and a couple further back. Tyler Lugo-Vickery you saw in the picture as well. But immediately, Matthew Faust gets back to the lead of this race. And the new life in these Firestone Firehawks might be proving to be the ultimate difference. We'll see how long he can last out in front. Richardson tries to swing back on the outside. Will this bite him back? Derek Booker tries down low. He's not able to get there. 4-car breakaway for the lead. And another try of a lead change here from Richardson, trying to tiptoe around the outside. Clears it. Faust gets off throttle, but that'll open the door for a look to the inside there from Barker. Not able to get there. And again, with this speedway almost racing like a road course, the intentions are very clear for the moves you're trying to make. You don't have the ability to pull a sneak move. You're making a move to the inside, and the guys around you are aware of it immediately. So it's that 230-mile-an-hour chess that we talk about. And it's a big gambit and a late move there from Jacob Barker, who gets into that runner-up spot just barely, clearing Faust in that MyJack 45. Booker trying to go with him. Colton Gardner's on the scene. John Miles wants a seat at the table as well. A little bit of weaving further back. Tyler Lugo-Vickery trying to get heat in those Firehawks. Here comes Derek Booker with a shot around the outside, trying to do an Alexander Rossi kind of move in that Mach 5 machine, and is just barely able to clear him. And a shocking amount of life in the high line. Jacob Barker likes the low line though, in the third leader of the night. Gets back to the front. Everybody shuffling throughout this order. But we know how Indy works. I mean, if you're within the top 5, you've got a shot at winning this thing. Very much like an endurance race, not just because of how mentally challenging it is, as Richardson starts to drop back. Faust going through. Gardner now with a shot. And we'll clear him. We'll see if John Miles will be able to do the same all the way down to the inside there. Oh my goodness, Derek Booker is able to get to the lead now. That will make it number 4, almost 3 wide into turn number 3, as Faust will get back to the lead. Big time shuffles here. And honestly surprised with how much we're seeing guys challenge for the lead at this point in the race, especially with all of these cautions. You almost imagine you want to run further behind, get in the draft of somebody, and let them coast a little bit, save fuel. But I think the main difference here is the opportunity of saving tires, the clean air, and saving those fronts, because I feel like maybe the expectation has been we probably have at least one more caution here today. It's just a matter of when that will be, and if it will be at the tail end. I also think there's that anxiety of still wanting to be in the picture, and this is going to sound Mike McDaniels-y, but when you're leading the race, you've got no chance of the leader breaking away. So giving yourself that insurance. If you're in the lead, you're always in the picture. And Jacob Barker is kind of the guy in that hot seat right now. He's under pressure further back from John Miles. But again, he's not able to close that gap right now. Pedaling as much as he can. but needs some monster laps here to get back into that picture. Tell you what, these two going at it for the lead, though, is making it very easy, stacking this whole field up. And it's because of that, and this is going to sound crazy, that the racing environment truly does feel like a 206 kart race. If anyone has raced go-karts, you know what I'm talking about. Lucas Puntarelli, I see you. You know what I mean. Because of how important the draft is in carrying that momentum. Even if you've got your engine dialed into maximum on your fuel map, that draft is simply unreplaceable. Colton Gardner in that purple and yellow, hard to miss 40 machine is thinking about making it 3 wide going into turn number 3. He wants the lead of this race. I was gonna say he has been shocking us with his pace so far this week. He might be shocking us even more with a couple of moves here in a few laps time. And this very quickly, I think, almost becomes teamwork, maybe some communication between our top 2 drivers, maybe our top 3 drivers. Here comes Colton Gardner around the outside. Had the nose ahead of Booker, not able to clear him. Now Barker has a seat at the table once again. So maybe some teamwork here, but between Matthew Faust and Derek Booker saying, you lead a lap or 2, I lead a lap or 2, we both get the fuel mileage. But that is risky business here, because all of a sudden, Colton Gardner, Jacob Barker, and John Miles are right there. And in doing that trade, Matthew Faust making a big sacrifice, having to run that unorthodox line going shallow into 1 and 2. But again, Colton Gardner at a disadvantage as well. He's got 2 cars worth of dirty air now, so even though he's taking that conventional, almost qualifying line, arcing it wide, going all the way from wall to grass, that arrow is not doing everything you wish it would be doing right now. A little bit of a shuffle further back. Eric Richardson watches John Miles trying the outside of Barker and clears him. And that in and of itself might be a move just a tad too expensive. Almost making contact with the wall. There goes Derek Booker, and you can almost guarantee this is the way these guys are going to be racing for the next, I would imagine, 50 laps or so. That's when the gloves will start to come off. But some early aggression there. Got a couple of drivers out of contention. Jax Malin, Tyler Lugo-Vickery, Eddie Martinez, and that is snapped this field kind of into shape and has set the tone as we are a quarter of the way home here in the Hoosier 250. Realistically, the guys in contention still stretches all the way back to Eric Richardson, or dare I say Bill Molefield in the 911 machine, as still being a part of that main pack. DJ Fluck and Bill Coley II, unfortunately, still kind of pedaling for pace right now. But again, with how much These two have been trading, saving fuel mileage. So many still have an opportunity. Colton Gardner looking to the inside. Not able to get there just yet. Stepping away for a little bit there just to let you guys take in the sights and sounds of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. They need to, for the IndyCar game in 2026, get the flower cam and simulate that. Just one of my favorite shots of all time, just giving you that sense of speed. That static cam on the wall and the flowers swaying from the aerodynamic effects of cars going in qualifying trim about 240 miles an hour. Starting to fan out a little bit more now with John Miles trying to get into this group of two. Jacob Barker right behind him. Colton Gardner was really in contention here for this podium, but now he's dropped back to fifth and under fire from JP Jones. Jones coming off a really great weekend in the Xfinity machinery last weekend. What would a podium, what would a win here at Indy mean for the driver of that 21 Supra? To the inside, Bill Molefield trying to go with him. Was really hoping Eduardo Martinez Toledo was still out here. Excuse me, Tostado was still on here. And those two found each other on track, as I could say a fighter is found in an EMT, but fortunately got to throw that one in the bin. DJ Fluck on the move now, as Colton Gardner might have chewed away those Firestones just a smidge too quickly. But Derek Booker and Matthew Faust have really been in control here. One-third of the way home in the Hoosier 250. I'll make this my call out to YouTube chat and ask who you're rooting for. Where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments. Continuing to trade positions here. I did not see the Tyler Lugo-Vickery grandma comment. Tyler, if your grandma is still watching, I've got unfortunate news for her, because he is out of the race 17 laps down. Dawson Buchanan is just parked in the pits right now. I believe just watching the race, which, I mean, Dawson, if you can hear this, get in the booth, brother. Would love to have you. John Miles was showing really good pace at the start. Your race one winner in Wednesday Night Dash is suddenly struggling to keep up with your top three. And I think you're seeing a little bit of reservation maybe as well from Jacob Barker, seeing these two go at it and saying, I want to risk breaking that up. I've seen guys, you know, go 30 feet in the air trying to do that so far, and I'm liking this extra fuel mileage. I could be in this picture in the snap of my fingers if I wanted. I'm really liking this extra fuel mileage right now. I'm cool with where I'm at. Colton Gardner as well just set the fastest lap of the race, just to show you that effect of the slipstream, but is just not able to fully utilize it. Here he is way back in P9 now. You could argue still having a shot of winning this thing. Further back, couple of cars a lap down. Eduardo Martinez, Talata, and Jax Malin. Eddie's still in this race, but one lap down. Malin 2 laps down as well. Derek Booker looking to somehow decrease his leading average finish of 2.8 in his 4 starts here at the Speedway. And again, looking for win number 3. Dawson Buchanan, your most recent winner, forced to watch from the pits, unfortunately. Tyler Lugo-Vickery winning as well, forced to retire back in 13th. And on track, in attempt of splitting this duo for the first time tonight, as Jacob Barker all the way down to the inside tried to clear Faust, but the gloves are indeed starting to come off. Saw the window, thought about going for it, and is continuing to pedal for it. Doesn't want to make it 3 wide just yet, but is letting those intentions known. And all of a sudden, maybe there's a little bit of camaraderie out the window. John Miles back into the wall. A little bit of a scrape there coming out of turn number 1. JP Jones, Bill Mulfield about to go through, and the man running in 4th will drop back now all the way to DJ Fluck, and Colton Gardner back in 8th and 9th. And we have a fight on our hands. Barker all the way down to the white line. That is such a brave tightrope all the way down there. Because yes, there is curbing. You see that kind of concrete strip over the grass. That's more there so you don't totally bury the car if you drop a wheel in there. But that does not mean the car is happy with you running it. As we've seen more often than not, guys losing control by simply just getting that inner left. Big shakeup in strategy. First green flag pit stop as Dawson Buchanan, Derek Booker takes it in. And immediately, a new dance partner for Faust is found in the form of Jacob Barker. This will give us a good picture of just how much time on track is lost during these green flag stops. Faust still out in front. Let's see if we've got anybody else coming in. Booker all the way down to 10th. Everybody staying out except, I believe that was Bill Mulfield. Correction, Eric Richardson. Those two running very similar colors. Richardson, one of the guys we talked to, stretching out fuel there, and you just now saw Derek Booker. There he is coming out of turn number 2 and merging. So a whole lap and change you're losing as he now tries and slots in behind Colton Gardner. Reaching the halfway point, and you start to imagine that probably still going to be a 2-stopper. Now it's Bill Mulfield coming in. Probably going to be a 2-stopper, but still with how aggressive these guys are running, it is possible that these guys could be able to stretch it on fuel all the way to the end. We'll see how long Barker and Faust are able to last. Jacob Barker, still a phenomenal driver we've seen in Wednesday night dashes. He will now be uncontested at the front. Matthew Faust coming in. Handful of top fives and podiums this year in Wednesday night dash, and is kicking butt like Kyle Larson. Ran the Xfinity Logitech Camaro for Dallara IR18. There is the blend for Bill Molefield. Will just clear JP Jones. And matter of fact, let's get over to Derek Booker, still side by side with, I believe that is Colton Gardner. It is. This is going to be big time considerations for the lead, especially with Faust. There is a black flag. That might be a pit lane speeding penalty for the 45. We will have to wait and see as DJ Fluck now gets the lead. They're back. They were getting stacked up. John Miles, DJ Firestones, and a little bit of luck with this lap traffic. Eric Booker battling